Friends, today I shall be talking on ancient Indian drama and the theory of rasa. In fact, there is no chronological history of ancient Indian drama. At least no such thing is available. But there are references to Indian drama in the Vedas, in the Puranas, and in the epics. In fact, in the epics, we have definite references to drama. First, in the Ramayana, there is an episode where Bharat, in his maternal uncle's house, had dreamt a bad dream, and in the morning he felt depressed. So, to make him merry and happy, dramatic arrangements were to be made. Well, this reference is definitely there in the Ramayana and in the Mahabharata. During the marriage of Abhimanyu with Uttara, certain rituals, certain ceremonies, certain celebrations were to be arranged, and drama would be definitely one of them. But prior to the epics, we do have references to drama, or rather certain things which are almost dramatic in character. In the Rig Veda, we have a reference to a conversation between Yama and Yami. Two other conversations are there between Pururava and Urvashi, and between Agastha and Lopamudra. Among these three, the conversation between Yama and Yami is very interesting. It has a very simple plot, but there is psychological depth in the story. So, in the Vedas, we do have references to dramas. In the epics, as I have said, in the Ramayana and in the Mahabharata, we do have references to dramatic performances. In fact, actors and actresses are called Kushilabh. So, Love and Kush are the two children of Rama. Well, and they are definitely from the epic, the Ramayana. So, apart from the epics and the Vedas, there are other references to ancient Indian drama. In fact, there are two Sanskrit words, Nritta and Natta, and well, they are both derived from the verb Nrit. So, Nritta and Natta are two very important words and terms. And in the grammar of Panini, we do have references to Natyashastra. So, why did Panini refer to Natyashastra? Well, definitely there were plays, but these plays which are referred to by Panini well, the texts of the plays are not available, but from the references we can guess that there were plays, performances in ancient India apart from the plays that are available today, the plays of Kalidasa, Harsha, Bana, Sudraka and others. So these plays are available, but apart from these plays, well, there were other plays which are perhaps lost today, but they were there. Now, well, another thing which I want to point out is that in Indian society, dance or nritta has a very vital role, and primitive people, they didn't have any language, so they could communicate only through gestures, and perhaps gestures, they form an integral part of dance. Indians believe that the first form of drama was initiated by the Lord Shiva, and Shiva and dance are two interrelated things. And in the Rig Veda, there is a description of the dawn. The dawn is described as a dancer. So, as if the dawn is dancing and the dawn is appearing in a dancing posture. So, dance and drama, as I have been telling you, are two very, very much interrelated terms, and well known. They were well known to the Indian people of ancient times. There are many scholars who think that drama was perhaps not known to ancient India, very ancient India, and the concept of drama came to India from the Greeks, the invasion of Alexander, with which we are all familiar. We all know about that. So the Greeks came to India and interacted with the Indians, and perhaps from there the Indians came to know about drama. But one thing is that one thing we must keep in mind, that among the Greeks, tragedy is the most important form of drama. In Aristotle's Poetics, he talks of three kinds of poetry: tragic poetry, epic poetry, and comic poetry. So epic poetry and tragic poetry are more important than comic poetry. So tragedy is the most important form of drama in Greece. But in ancient India, we do have no tragedy. In fact, the Indians did not believe in the concept of tragedy, and the Indian drama doesn't have any chorus as we find in Greek drama. And in fact, the ancient Greek drama, the most ancient Greek drama, started with a chorus, and then one by one characters were incorporated. And the Greeks believed in the three unities. But in Indian drama, we do not find such unities. In Avigyan Sokuntalam, the time span is about 4 or 5 years. So the unity of time, is not there in any ancient Indian drama. And the Greek plays originally, they did not have any act division or any scene division. But in India, the Indian plays, they have strict divisions of act and scene. So, in Greek plays, there was no provision for any makeup because the actors used to put on masks. So there is no makeup. But in Indian drama, makeup was very much there. And therefore, it is difficult to believe that drama came only after the Greeks came to India. Drama was there much before that. Drama was an integral part of Indian culture, as we find from the references in the epics and in the Vedas. So, Indian drama has a character of its own, a very, very unique character of its own. Bharat Muni is said to be the composer of the very authentic text which is known Natyashastra. And Natyashastra is a huge theory, huge book, is a huge document, which is a theory of drama and dramatic practice. Now, there are certain things which are there specifically mentioned in Natyashastra. So, it mentions that a drama must be stageable. Well, there should be no drama which is not stageable. So, the practical aspect of dramatic writing was very much looked after by the dramatic poet in India. And drama represents the actions and one of the ancient Indian theoreticians was Vishwanath, and according to Vishwanath's Sahitya Darpan, poetry is divided into two parts. What are the two parts? The visual part and the auditory part. Vishwanath says, Srabbam Srotabhamatram. So, such divisions are made by later theoreticians, by other theoreticians also, like Abhinavagupta. Well, apart from Bharat Muni, we have definitely the great name Abhinavagupta, who was a great theoretician of ancient India. And Bharat Natyashastra, as I said, it is a classical manual on the theory and practice of drama, which includes the manual includes discussions on theatre, music, dance, and many other things. The directions are given there about each and every aspect. There are three distinct styles, and these styles are Anubandha verses in the Arya Upajati and Anushtuva meter, Sutra Bhashya, that is prose, and Karika. And the terminology used in Natyashastra include the terminology describing modes of acting, kinds of costume, varieties of music and musical instruments, and many other things. The available text of Bharat Muni has been reconstructed from the manuscript of Abhinavagupta. So let us carefully remember that the original text of Bharat Muni is missing. So it is recreated from the manuscript of Abhinavagupta, and the recreated manuscript has 36 chapters. These 36 chapters, as I just now told you, they deal with dramatic performance and the concept of anukarana. Now please, we have to note it very clearly. Anukarana means imitation, anukarana of life for dramatic presentation. So, tragedy is an imitation of an action. So, anukarana of dramatic presentation. So there is a similarity we find. And there are references to the kinds of theatre building and what kind of theatre building should be made for the dramatic performance. And of course, there are references to the most important thing, which we shall put our focus on, that is the concept of rasa. And we shall be coming on to this presently. What are the rasa? What do we understand by rasa? That we shall come to discuss right now. Now, once again, let us sum up that Natta and Nritya, drama and dance, are two very important terms, almost interrelated terms. And Natyashastra, the most ancient and authentic literature of dramatic theory in India, deals with many aspects of drama. And as I said just now, these aspects include the technique and presentation of drama, the kinds of acting, the characters, the actors, and of course rasa. Now, what is rasa? How to define rasa? How can we define rasa? Or is it possible to define rasa? That is the question. What is rasa? Perhaps it does not have any equivalent in any other language. We do not know how to translate it in English. Does it mean emotion? Does it mean feeling? Or does it mean something else? We do not know that. But we shall try to discuss what it is right now. Before that, let me point out that although we speak of 9 rasas, in fact, Bharat Muni speaks of 8 rasas. And the 9th one was later incorporated. Finally, it came to be 9 rasas. Initially, there are 8 rasas as mentioned by Bharat Muni. And I shall be quoting the exact sloka of Bharat Muni. This is the exact sloka. Sringara, Harsha, Karuna, Rodra, Veera, Vayanaka, Bibhatsa, Adbhuta Sango, Chaitashto, Natte, Rasa Smrita. So these are the 8 rasas. Sringar, Harsha, Karuna, Rodra, Vayanaka, Bibhatsa, Adbhuta. Now, rasa, what is rasa? Well, we have been trying to explain what is rasa, but in fact, to understand rasa, we have to try to understand, bhava. What is bhava? Then bhava and rasa are mutually inclusive. Bhava, vibhava, anubhava and rasa. These are the terms which are perhaps interrelated. What is bhava? Bhava, is intrinsically associated with rasa, because the bhava of the mind generates the rasa. And vibhava means the excitement, the reason for the excitement of rasa. Why rasa is excited? That is vibhava. And what is anubhava? Anubhava is the action, meaning how do we know that the particular rasa is there? So, bhava is the expression of emotions, the emotion of loss of the balance or of the emotional balance. So, according to Bharat, there are 49 bhavas and there are 9 rasas, not 8 rasas, as I said. The 9th one was later incorporated. So once again, bhava and rasa are mutually inclusive. And bhava means the state of mind. From the state of mind, the rasa comes. And vibhava, the reason of this particular state of mind. Now, I laugh or weep, I feel love. Why? What's the reason? So that is vibhava. And anubhava is the action. Now, if I am sad, I weep. So weeping is the action. So how do the people know that I am sad? So I weep. So that is the action. So see, and when I weep, we understand that a particular rasa is generated in me. Why the rasa is generated? Because there is a bhava in me. Because of the bhava, the rasa is generated. The bhava, the sadness is the bhava. It is generated in my mind, and because of this, the rasa is there. And what is the reason? What is the reason of my sadness? That is vibhava. And how do you know that I am sad? That is anubhava. So, to understand rasa, we have to understand bhava, vibhava and anubhava. What is bhava? Bhava is the state of the mind. The state of the mind. So Bhava and Rasa are inclusive. So it is the state of the mind and the Rasa which are integrally interrelated. And why such a Bhava is created? The reason of the excitement, that is Vibhava. And how do you know? So the action, that is Anubhava. So to understand Rasa, we have to understand all these things. And as I quoted the sloka from Bharata, and well, I just now stated that initially there were 8 rasas, the 9th one, the Santa rasa, that was included later on. So what are the 8 rasas? Well, initially mentioned by Bharata, well, I told you right now, Sringara, Harsha, Karuna, Rodra, Veera, Vayanaka, Bibhatsa, Adbhuta, and well, these are the 8 rasas. So what is Sringara? Sringara rasa, well, that has been mentioned by Bharata first. So Sringara is love. Love. So love, well, it may be various kinds of love. So Ovigyan Sakuntalam, we can give an example from Ovigyan Sakuntalam. Well, this mantra comes and Shakuntala looks at this mantra, and gradually Sringara is generated in the mind of Sakuntala. Well, at the first sight of Sakuntala, perhaps Sringara was generated in the mind of Dusmanta also. So, love, that is Sringara. Although love has different forms, Sringara is only a general term, and love has different forms. And these different forms of love have got to be understood, well, one by one. Well, because love only doesn't mean love between a man and a woman. Love can also mean certain other things, because in Natyashastra, well, it is said that the emotion of Sringara can be generated in the season of spring, when there is beauty all around, when there are flowers, when there is sweet smell. So it's not that only at the sight of a man Sringara is generated in the mind of the woman, or the vice versa. But Sringara means everything that is bright, everything that is beautiful, everything that is exquisite. So in Bharat's text, Sringara has a very complex meaning. It has so many divisions and subdivisions. So after Sringara comes Harsha. Harsha means laughter. But what is laughter? That we have to understand. What is laughter? Well, laughter, if I laugh, that is laughter. If I make some others laugh, that is also laughter. And both are included in the category of laughter. But why laughter is aroused? Well, it may be because of anomaly. Anomaly, what is anomaly? Physical anomaly it can be, or it can be psychological anomaly. Meaning, well, if I look ridiculous because of my clothes, because of my speech, because of my physical gestures, others may laugh. Well, involuntarily, I can present myself as laughable, or, well, willingly, I may try to make others laugh. So, laughter is there. And laughter, what kind of laughter? Well, laughter may be loud laughter, laughter may be smile, laughter may be giggle, laughter may be, well, subtle, meaning I laugh with my eyes, and then I don't make any sound, I just show my teeth. That is also laughter. So, laughter can be of various kinds. And then comes Karuna. Karuna, what is Karun? Karun or Karuna? Well, that is pathos, tears, weeping, fainting, wailing. All these are included in the category of Karuna. Well, Karuna, in this category, all these things are included. What are they? Once again, let me repeat. Well, it may be tears, it may be weeping, it may be fainting, it may be wailing, it may be physical manifestation or psychological manifestation. So, pathos or the pathetic situation may be represented physically, or maybe there may be subtle psychological manifestation of pathos. So, Sringara, Hasya, Karuna, and then we come to Rodra. So, Rodra, that means war, struggle, fights. Well, apart from them, there may be mutilation of bodies and use of weapons. All these fall in the category of Rodra. And Veera, well, Veera means prowess, pressure, that is Veera. Influence, if I do exert my influence, not physical, simply not physical, but otherwise, if I have great impact, well, that is my prowess. So that is also Veera. And well, Veera, well, if I have the feeling of Veera, that means that there is no depression. Veera Rasa indicates absence of depression and presence of encouragement. So, and then comes Vayanaka. Vayanaka means, well, that can be represented by various things. Distorted voice can be Vayanaka. Distorted or perverted appearance, that can be Vayanaka. Supernatural sights, that also can be Vayanaka. And there are other things. Crime to the king. So a regicide, act of regicide, that is also Vayanaka. And well, then comes Bibhatsa. Bibhatsa means grotesque. Of course, well, definitely Bibhatsa means grotesque. Well, grotesque, of course. is a thing which has a different meaning. Grotesque means something which generates fear in the mind, because suddenly we feel that the normal atmosphere is not there. Nothing is normal around us. And there is a feeling of estrangement, a feeling of remoteness, grotesque. If I find a mango tree, and from the tree mangoes are not hanging down, but human heads, bleeding human heads are hanging down, that is grotesque, and that is Vayanaka. So Vayanaka can also be generated by disease, different diseases. In the ancient times, perhaps leprosy, which was an incurable disease, that was Vayanaka. Vayanaka can also be generated by death, and Vayanaka can be felt by smell. You smell something which is something with which you are not familiar, and the feeling of Vayanaka, or the emotion of Vayanaka, comes into your mind. Or touch, somebody touches your back, so the feeling of Vayanaka can be there. And Adbhuta means something different, because Adbhuta, we do have a common meaning of Adbhuta, but in Natyashastra, in the chapter of Rasa, which is the 6th chapter of Natyashastra, Adbhuta means something different. Adbhuta means something which may be resulted out of exaggeration. So Adbhuta can be a thing which is of exaggerated dimension, that is Adbhuta. Or Adbhuta can be something which is ecstasy, that is Adbhuta. The ecstasy of a holy man, that is Adbhuta. The trance of a holy man, that is Adbhuta. The blessed mood about which Wordsworth talks in his Tintanabe, that would seem to be Adbhuta. And divine can also be Adbhuta. So Adbhuta has certain different meanings. Adbhuta may be, as I said, something which is exaggerated. Adbhuta resulting from exaggeration. Adbhuta from ecstasy, divine ecstasy, holy ecstasy, divine feeling, Adbhuta. And finally, the ninth one that was incorporated later, that is Santa Rasa. Santa means peace, calm of mind, happiness, and something which gives us satisfaction. So Santa is peace, calm of mind, satisfaction, and happiness. That is Santa Rasa. So these are the 9 rasas which are discussed in the 6th chapter of Bharat's Natyashastra. Natyashastra, as I told you, is a huge book which is divided into 36 chapters, and it has 6,000 slokas. So many chapters are there, so many things are discussed over there. from the structure of the theatre to the style of acting, so many things. So the discussion of Natyashastra takes definitely several lectures. But today I wanted to primarily focus on rasa. Well, before I end my lecture, I once again want to repeat that we cannot understand rasa if we do not understand the other terms, that is bhava, vibhava, anubhava. And I told you earlier, bhava is a state of mind from which rasa is generated. Vibhava is the reason for the excitement of rasa. Anubhava is the action. The meaning, hasa rasa is generated. Now, how do you understand that hasa rasa is generated in me? Well, if I laugh, I can laugh in various ways, I discussed. Or how do you know that there is adbhuta rasa in me? Well, unless and until I make a manifestation through my gestures and through my words or through other things. So, bhava, vibhava, anubhava, all these things must be understood and studied before we understand rasa. Or rather, it's the other way around. To understand rasa, we have to study all these three things also. And we have to study rasa and all these things with a reference to the plays. Now, I talked of Vijnana Sakuntalam. Well, we can talk of, Mrityakotikam and other great plays of ancient India. And we can try to definitely talk of rasa with reference to the plays, the actions of the play, the characters of the play. So, for today, I end my lecture on ancient Indian drama and rasa. Thank you very much. Next time we shall meet again.